نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم. The people in Mecca and in the Arabian peninsula before Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam were worshipping different idols. The people in Mecca, they were children of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam, from the family of Ismail alayhi salatu wassalam. But a leader emerged in Mecca. His name was Amr bin Luhay al-Khuzai, and he invented many things in the beliefs, and he promoted idol worship in Mecca. So the Quraysh, who were the descendants of Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, became polytheists. They became mushrikeen. One of their gods was Uzza. Actually, she was a goddess, and she was a goddess of power and might. There were two idols. One of them was erected in the Kaaba in Mecca itself, and another one was installed in the Wadi of Nakhla near Ta'if, and it was erected underneath a tree. So both of these idols of Uzza, they were destroyed after the conquest of Mecca. The first one that was present in Kaaba was destroyed by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself, and the other one was destroyed by Khalid bin Walid, who was sent by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The people of Banu Kinana, they were worshipping Uzza, and there were five idols of wood: Su'a, Yaghus, Ya'uq, and Nasr. These five gods, the names of whom are mentioned in Surah An-Nur. 4,000 years before Prophet Muhammad, in the time of Nuh alayhi salatu wassalam, these five gods were worshipped. There is a tradition reported by Abdullah bin Abbas that Yaghus, Ya'uq, Nasr, Wad, and Su'a, these were the five good peoples who were making a lot of charity, and they were humble servants of God, and they were making a lot of worship to please one and only God. But after their death, the nation of Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam made idols of these people, and they started worshipping them. So 4,000 years after the Prophet Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, this man, Amr bin Luhay al-Khuzai, in 300 AD, he brought these five idols, and he distributed at the time of Hajj among different tribes. And he said that you should worship these five idols. So this is a proof that idol worship was very, very old. It was existing in the time of Prophet Nuh in 3000 BC. And now we are in 2020 AD. Still, there are a lot of people who worship idols. Idolism was very common in Romans, and later on in Christian churches also. The idols of Mary and Jesus Christ were erected. And similarly, you see nowadays the Hindus, they have a lot of idols, idols of Ram and Krishna and Brahma and whatnot, so many gods and goddesses, Saraswati and Hanuman and whatnot. So let's talk very briefly about these 5 gods that were existing, false gods, in the time of Nuh alayhi salatu wassalam, wood. And this was in the northern city of Dumatul Jandal al-Jawf, very close to the city of Tabuk, and Banu Kalb were worshipping this idol. Suwa, the shape of this idol was like a lady, and it was erected on the coastal area of Red Sea, and the people of Al-Jawf and Dumatul Jandal from Huzayl tribe were worshipping this god. And when Mecca was conquered in the 8th Hijri, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself ordered Amr bin As radiyallahu an to go and dismantle this temple, and this was made into pieces, and that's how idol worship was eliminated from the Arabian Peninsula, and worship of one and only God, the Creator God, started without associating partners with Him. Yaghus was also one of these 5 idols, and it has a shape of a lion. And the main meaning of Yaghus was from Ghaus, that he is a helper, and he helps in bad times. And it was established in Yemen, and Banu Mazhaj and Banu Hamadan, these tribes were worshipping them. And the other 2 gods were Ya'uq and Nasr. Ya'uq was like a horse, and it was thought that in the time of calamities, this god is of help, and this was also erected in Yemen. And the last of these 5, Nasr, it was having a shape of a bird eagle, and in the area of Banu Najran, Zilkala tribe was worshipping this god. So these were the 5 gods: Wad, Yaghus, Ya'uq, Nasr, and Su'a, worshipped by the nation of Nuh in 3500 BC, and then these gods were existing, these idols were existing in the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the 7th century, and they were all dismantled, and the entire Arabian Peninsula started worshipping one and only God, Allah, the Creator. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.